I just came across an interesting article. I'm just now reading it, and so far so good. So it goes um, into talking about how you make changes in your life, setting goals and not quitting. Uh, Basically, a lifestyle changes. Pretty interesting idea here. So right here it says, so whether you want to start the business, transform your body, or take the risk toward a more meaningful life without quitting after 2 weeks, he shares about 7 ideas. I didn't get to those all the way till the end, but I found this interesting. So since I want to be the type of person that opens up my camera and just records, at least for now, hopefully we can improve that as we go. The starting is always, bad. You start off with 5 pounds before you get to the 40 pound, right? Or the 50 pound. You know, for now at least, opening up the app and just you know what do you call it? Just hitting record and talking. So that's why before I actually went and actually finished reading this, I wanted to just be the type of person that just does this. So it goes into him giving us the protocols. The first protocol is you aren't where you want to be because you aren't the person who would be there. And that's a very interesting thing to say because that's actually true. I myself am pretty lean and healthy. You know, I always, I'm not like, those crazy nutritionist, but I do a considerable amount of conscious effort. I take that effort to, actually eat clean and drink lots of water. So, which is why, hence, I'm lean and stuff. So here it goes into saying that changing your action to make progress toward the goal. He gave us two important part of this. You know, uh, again, I'm gonna go back. You aren't where you want to be because you aren't the person who would be there. When it comes to setting big goals, people tend to focus on one of the two requirements for success: change your action to make progress toward the goal, changing who you are so that your behavior naturally follows. Changing who you are so that your behavior naturally follows is more important. And it goes on to saying here, most people set a surface level goal, hype themselves up to remain disciplined for the first few weeks, and then go back to the old ways without much struggle because they were trying to build a great life on a rotten foundation, which is very important here. Rotten foundation. The foundation has to be strong. If this doesn't make sense, let's run through an example. So he gives you an example right here. For example, if you want to be a bodybuilder, a CEO who makes hundreds of millions of dollars, or like a charismatic dude who can chat up any group, right? No anxiety, nothing. If you want to become those, you have to think like this. Do you think the bodybuilder has to grind to eat healthy? No, it just happens. Consciousless effort. Right? It says, does the CEO have to discipline themselves to show up and learn or lead the team? No, it just naturally happens. To you, it may seem like that on the surface level, but the truth is that they can't see themselves living any other way. And then right here it says the bodybuilder has to grind to eat unhealthy. The CEO has to force themselves to lie in bed past their alarm clock, and they hate every second of it. Okay, so it's really the lifestyle that makes them who they are. And so it goes on to saying here, to some people, my own lifestyle seems a bit extreme and disciplined. To me, it's natural. So he's talking about himself here. He wrote this amazing article where he's so far so good. He's explaining this properly. And, some people see him as extreme and disciplined, but to himself, it's natural. And I don't say, he says here, and I don't say that to contrast it with any other kind of lifestyle. I simply enjoy living this way. When my mom tells me that I should take a break, go out and have fun, I hold my tongue from telling her, if I weren't having fun, why would I be doing what I'm doing? So interesting. For now, I'm actually, you know, having anxiety because, you know, I've never done this before, but, you know, I'm kind of having fun. This is interesting. You know, uh, I'm not really looking for views. I'm just looking to just do this because it's interesting. I wanted to always, just chat things up in a video and share my views, thoughts, and all that. It's kind of therapeutic, to be honest. But the matter of fact is that he's he quotes himself, if I weren't having fun, why would I be doing what I'm doing? The lifestyle that you want, if you want to be a millionaire, you have to provide a service. What service would that be? And do you enjoy that service? If you want to be a great bodybuilder, well, what type of bodybuilder? An aesthetic or a very bulky macho type of body? What type of body do you want? Do you want to, you have to decide. Or maybe it's just that you want to be athletic. What type of, sport do you want to be in? Or do you want to be in MMA, boxing, or do you want to do basketball or something? You know, so but you have to enjoy it. So say your plan is just to be healthy. Well, maybe you like soccer/football. And you enjoy that. So do that. You'll be healthy. Look at Ronaldo. He's still going. Um, Now he says here the next sentence may sound simple, but it is baffling how many people don't get it. If you want a specific outcome in life, you must have the lifestyle that creates the outcome long before you reach it. Okay, so let's repeat that. If you want a specific outcome in life, you must have the lifestyle that creates the outcome long before you reach it. So you have to have the lifestyle for your goals, not the goals changing your lifestyle. So it's reversed. If you want to be a CEO, you have to probably wake up early in the morning, do your little exercise, run outside, and then boom, you're leading a team of 50 and motivating them and telling them what their monthly projection is on sales or whatever the case it may be. So he goes on to saying, if someone says they want to lose 30 pounds, I often don't believe them. Not because I don't think they are capable, but because there are too many times when the same person says, I can't wait until I'm done losing weight so I can start to enjoy life again. That's very important. The person wants to lose weight, but then go back to his old lifestyle. It's contradicting. Then he goes on to saying, I hate to break it to you, but if you don't adapt the lifestyle that led to you losing the weight for life and find a reason with a higher gravitational pull than the one tying you to your previous ways, then you will go straight back to where you started. And you can unhappily say that you wasted the resource you will never get back, time. It's very interesting. You waste your time reaching a goal, or so you lose weight, then go back to eating, gain back the weight, but you lost the time doing something that you shouldn't have been doing in the first place. And yes, he says time. This paragraph breaks with the word time, which is, you never get back your time. Why do something if that's not what you want? When you truly change yourself, all of your habits that don't move the needle towards your goal become disgusting. because you have a deep and profound awareness of what kind of life those actions compound into. Well, very, very interesting topic. I will continue reading this. Hopefully, I can make a few more videos on this because this is very interesting. But for now, my 10 minutes is up. You know, I set a goal, creating a lifestyle around just clicking that, next thing. What I can say about myself is that I would hate it when I don't press that record button. Right now, I feel anxious, but soon enough, I won't. Soon enough, the way my lifestyle will be is that I hate not pressing that record button at least once a day. Anyways, change your lifestyle, be infectious, go out and maybe teach someone else this if anyone is actually listening to this. And yeah, see ya.